good? Psychotherapist here, Joe Dinsdale from Multi-Therapy. Today I wanted to do just a quick jump in, nothing hugely planned or anything, but I think it's kind of fun to do a get ready with me video and just talk about mindset and how you're gonna start your day. I think it's so important to kind of start your day off right because, I think back in the day, I just didn't have a very good routine. Oh, hi, David. Glad you could join us. How are you doing? Yeah, first. That's great to see you here. Did you just wake up or have you been awake for a while? Yeah, I decided to do this video today. Oh, hi, Matt. Nice to see you. I'm just doing a video on getting ready and the importance of having a good start to your day. Because I remember back in the day, like I'd say maybe 10 years ago, not to age me, but I just remember waking up every day and feeling so, just waking up kind of with this feeling of dread. Has anybody been there before? Hi, Matt. Hi. Oh, I don't want to butcher your name. Nas Nasbosier. Could you post a pronunciation in the comments? I would love to pronounce your name right. Yeah. Yeah. I really enjoyed our last one. It was kind of very silly, very fun. But I think I'm going to be doing more live streams. I think they're just like more personable and everything, which is nice. And this way we can get ready together. It's kind of two birds, one stone. Yeah, but I remember back in the day, I just woke up with a feeling of dread a lot of the time, and my brain was kind of all fuzzy. Like, I wasn't in a good headspace. I don't know if you guys have experienced that. And then one day, I just had a nice wake up where I felt amazing. Like, I felt like I did as a kid almost. I woke up and there was this feeling of calmness and relaxation and happiness. And that was like a real wake up call for me. I said, dang, like this could be me every day. How do I chase this feeling so I can wake up happy, right? Like, what a wonderful concept. I didn't know that was an option. Okay, just say Felix. Hi, Felix. Hi, Toon. Oh, thank you. Thank you for commenting on the hair. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I started to get a few gray hairs, and I love people who rock the gray hairs, but I was like, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready to rock the grays yet. Maybe when I'm 60 or something, I'll just let it go. But until then, uh, I think it is. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Hi, Toon. So, anyways, so that was kind of my wake up call, and then I went on a mission to see how I could basically find happiness again when it comes to my morning routine. Because back then it was like I didn't like my job that much at the time. I was just kind of working to live and yeah, not in a great headspace. Not in a great headspace. So what to do? What to do when you're waking up and you're feeling so negative all the time, right? Like, what are the next steps? So basically, I started really small because change takes time. And you got to remember that change always takes time. You got to be patient with yourself. You got to give yourself a lot of grace. Oh, hi, Adweeman. Where am I from? I am from Canada. Ooh, I am. I'm in Ontario. Where are you from? Yeah, post. I'd love to hear where you guys are from. I love hearing where people are from. It's so interesting. I think I looked at the analytics and only 10% of my audience is from Canada, which is, I find so funny. Like, it's great that I have such a global audience. Oh, get out here, Matt. You're from Ontario. You're one of the 10%, I guess. Oh, you're watching from India. Oh, very nice. Whereabouts in India? That's exciting. My siblings went to India a few years ago and they loved it. Oh my gosh, they had such a great time. They went with my grandma. I wish I got an invite, but I was busy with work, so I couldn't go. I have two siblings. I am the middle child. How about you guys? Oh, that's classified. Germany. Oh, amazing. Germany sounds pretty cool too. I really want to. Is it called the Autobahn? Like the place where you could drive really fast? I think I'd be a little bit scared, but I would like to try that out one day too. I am a therapist. I'm actually just getting ready before my sessions. I thought I'd just jump on here, say hello to everybody, and check in with you guys. How is your morning? I want to hear about how you guys are doing. And kind of your morning routines too. Since I'm a virtual therapist, I work with people online. You can book a session with me if you're in Canada. Unfortunately, I can't work with people outside of Canada unless you live in like an unregulated part of the world or country or what have you. You're a middle child too. Very good. The middle children I find are the funniest. There's some research on that. Most creative too. Yeah, it's interesting. Like, it sounds just kind of like almost like made up, but having worked with like hundreds of people now in therapy, I do find that there's some truth to birth order. You know, like if you're an only child, they tend to be very independent and don't really care what other people think, I find. Oldest children, often the leaders, youngest children, the most, not even independent, but I'd say the most, almost the most creative. Yeah. And sometimes rely more on their siblings and parents and what have you, right? Because they were babied, because they were like the last kid. Um, oh no, don't worry about me. I'm doing great. Jung said middle children were the lost children. Would you agree with that? Yeah, I would actually. Well, it depends, right? It's always a case to case basis with people, but there is a trend in people's behavior where I would say that could be accurate sometimes, or it is a trend. Lost children because they have to compete with at least two other children for attention, right? The youngest typically gets the most attention, the oldest gets to be the leader, so then where does that leave the middle child, right? What you do is good. Hi, Richard. Sorry, I'm just reading your comment. You have ideas for hypnosis commissions, basically similar to other motivational type hypnosis, but topics that are a bit more tailored. Think things like enjoying your job. Yeah, definitely. Like when people book my psychotherapy sessions, often people request doing hypnosis too, which is completely fine. Like I throw in hypnosis if people want to do that. Are you in Whitby? I am not in Whitby. I don't like to give the exact location of myself just for safety reasons, but yeah, I'm in Ontario. Hi, Randy. Could one theoretically have a session with you if it was labeled recreational hypnosis? Yeah, unfortunately, no. So since it's a whole thing, but I am a registered clinical psychotherapist in Ontario, so that comes with rules and regulations. So So now the rule is whenever I do hypnosis, it's like qualified as clinical hypnosis. And I just don't want to risk it. I don't want to lose my license. So I just leave it at that, right? I just don't do it. Outside of Canada. Yeah, that's what I mean too, unfortunately. Ugh. No, Matt, unfortunately I'm married. So like, um, you cannot do that. Do you practice healing as well? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Healing. Thank you. Yeah, tell me about your routines, your morning routine, guys. That's what I want to hear about. I want to hear how you guys get ready in the morning. Because my routine now, what I'm doing right now, is actually very helpful for myself. I feel very calm and regulated emotionally when I get to do my makeup here. It's just super calming. I feel so chill while doing this, and I'm happy to share the morning routine with you guys. Oh, pranic healing. No, I don't even, I've never heard of that. What is that? Can you let me know what pranic healing is? Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Felix. I appreciate that. I'm from Canada. Where are you from, Naraj? I'd love to hear from you. Oh, you go for a jog, then you go for a gym, drink hot water, and watch YouTube. That is a good morning routine right there. I definitely need to get better at doing workouts. I'd say I'm like lightly active right now at the moment. I definitely need to do more. I used to go to the gym and then I canceled it over the summer because I like to do outdoor activities like hiking and swimming. Canada is really great for hiking, by the way, if anybody wants to come to Canada and do a visit. There's tons of hiking trails I can recommend. Mornings are not fun for you. It's hard to get out of bed. I've been there, Matt. Absolutely. It's tricky, right? It's hard when you're in that mindset, but just know that it can get better. It's about small steps to start heading in a more positive direction. And let me tell you, it took me a good like 6 months to a year to change that feeling of dread in the mornings. Like it's really hard to push through those dreading feelings, but I believe in you. I think if you take one step at a time, then you'll make it. And I guess it's kind of figuring out what your values are, right? Like, what is most important to you? Is it, I feel down because I have low self esteem or something? Do you feel down because you feel stuck in your situation? Firstly, you got to figure out what it is, why you feel kind of low, right? That's important. Oh, you told me what pranic healing is. It's a no-touch ancient energy healing method that uses the vital life force, or prana, to restore balance and promote health in the body, mind, and emotions. Oh, wow. That sounds really interesting. I've never heard of that, but it sounds very interesting. I'd love to see that in practice. Maybe I'll Google it or YouTube it later. If you have any suggestions on who I should check out who does that, let me know. Why do you lie about your age? You don't believe me, David? Hi, Sky. Konnichiwa. Are you in Japan? That's so fun. Japan. I think Japan says konnichiwa, correct? Yeah, I think so. Correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, Instagram scrolling is a big part of your morning, huh? What does your feed look like? Tell me about that. Because I hear because of the algorithm, people are getting very different experiences when they go online. Sometimes it's more positive, right? And then sometimes it's like doom scrolling. It looks like the world is ending because the algorithm pushes all of that negative news onto you. So everybody's feeds are a little bit different, which can kind of cause divisiveness too, because, if you start viewing certain things, it's almost creating an echo chamber, right? They're like, oh, they like this kind of content. So you get more and more and more and more and less of the other things. And let me tell you, that's really happening with me right now. I'm getting a lot of what kind of content do I get? Oh my gosh. I get a lot of like really ridiculous memes. Like I love to learn about things, science, psychology and what have you, but for some reason I just don't get that anymore on Instagram. I only get like just silly funny memes. So I have to check in with myself and say, okay, I'm not gonna scroll this stuff. I'm gonna try to put on a podcast where I can learn something. Ugh, the battle is real. Ugh, let me tell you, the past few years I've gotten into the reality TV show, and that is a pit. I can just get stuck in on that. Does anybody here watch the reality TV shows? 90 Day Fiance, anybody? Okay, yeah. Half of it makes you want to laugh, the other half makes you want to cry on the reels. Yeah, I feel that. Oh, pranic healing is new to you as well. But I thought it could be somewhat related to therapy. I'm sure it is, right? Like, it's in the healing realm of things, mindset and whatnot. What kind of therapy do I practice? So typically, I work with relationship issues and stress management. It's pretty general at the moment. I also do corporate stuff. So if people have like workplace issues, they can book me and I can kind of be like a moderator. I've worked with CEOs and helped them kind of develop their skills. Stress management is huge too with like the leadership people because it's a big responsibility. A very big responsibility. Oh no. Sorry to hear that, Sky. You owe some money, so you're feeling down and out about that. Oh, yes. Oh my gosh, yeah. It's not easy in this economy, absolutely. And finances are like a huge part of people's stress when I do the stress management. So you're not alone there. A lot of people are also struggling with the finances and kind of how it impacts how you feel about yourself, right? And that's often really hard. That it impacts how you feel about yourself. It's kind of sad. But just remember that money doesn't make you who you are, right? Sometimes we put value on ourselves about how much money we make or have, but that's not the case. Money doesn't change who you are or the value you have as a person. It's a situational thing. And remembering that you're doing the best that you can, I'm sure, to get out of that situation. Yeah. How is therapy different than usual counseling? Oh, that's a great question. It really varies actually, depending on where you are. So, in the United States, I believe that counseling and therapy is different, whereas in Canada, it's pretty similar. Like, you can't label anything as therapy in Canada unless you have your license in therapy, some kind of therapy. So sometimes people try to get around with that using the word counseling, but then in other places it means the same thing. Okay, yeah, loneliness. I feel that. Oh my gosh, loneliness is a huge thing right now, let me tell you. But I'm glad that you're here and making connections because this is a community, right? Like, this is the Jorb community. So I'm glad you found us. Hi, Aben Ben. I hope I pronounced your name right. Matt, whereabouts are you again? Did you say? You haven't seen much of a difference between counseling and therapy. Yeah, yeah. It is pretty similar, that's for sure. Like over here we have school counseling. So you could be a school counselor without being a therapist. It's yeah, it's pretty confusing. It all feels good. I'm glad that you know money doesn't define your personality. But not being able to give at least the essential. I know. Yeah. I know. I get that probably doesn't feel the best, but I believe that you are doing your best. And that's the important thing, right? Is you're never going to give up because you have your son and you're going to try your best for him. Oh, you're in Boston, Matt. That's exciting. Oh, I actually went to Boston with my dad once and we had a blast. We went to uh, Harvard. Yep, we went to Harvard and we went to an escape room and we did not escape. It was a very hard escape room. I that is my hobby, by the way, guys. I love escape rooms. If you haven't tried them, 10 out of 10 would recommend. They are just such a blast. You just completely forget all of your problems and issues and you just focus on escaping, which I love to do. And I find it so funny how it depends on who you bring to the escape room on how well you do. Like me and my husband, we are the best team. He's very logical. He's in finance, so he's like very, very logical, and I'm very creative. So he takes on like the more mathy problems, which I struggle with. And then I do like the putting clues together. I'm very good at riddles, if you can believe that. Hi, Sashin. Oh, thank you. Happy to find you. Talking to a Canadian therapist for free makes me feel lucky. Well, I'm lucky to have you here. So thank you for joining and tuning in. I really appreciate it too. Oh, I did pronounce it correctly. Yes. Excellent. Thank you for the subscribe. Just scrolling down here. Oh my gosh. I'm new to this live, guys, so I apologize if it's a bit clunky. Do do do. Oh, your parents are getting old and you have to stay with them to take care of them. But I want a life. Oh, that's a difficult decision, absolutely. I feel a lot of people caught in that, even in Canada too. Nothing. Do you like painters? What do you mean? Nothing. Do I like painters? What does that mean? Yeah, the we call that when you have to look after your parents. It's like you're a caregiver now, right? And sometimes you're a sandwich caregiver where you're looking after your own kids and your parents too. So that can be really extra stressful as well. And there's no right answer, right? Everybody's different. You just got to go by, if you really can't handle it, like you have to be honest with yourself too, right? You have to figure out what your values are and how much it's not like an it's not saying that you don't love your parents or anything either, right? You have to do what's best for everybody. And that takes a lot of reflection. How a certain painter from Austria. Um, Interesting. Sachin. Okay, Sachin. Thank you for giving me the pronunciation. I really like to make sure that I'm pronouncing everybody's name right. All right, guys, I feel like I'm almost done here. Anything else left? I don't think so. I just gotta drink my coffee. So, yeah, I know. So I hope that you guys have a great start to the morning. if you're looking to improve your morning routine, I would definitely recommend just taking small steps towards the right direction, whether it be waking up in the morning and doing some stretches first, right? That's something I need to get better at because I always feel so like tense and everything. So just doing some little yoga stretches in the morning, making a nice routine so you know exactly what to expect can be very calming for some people. So, making your coffee every morning, sitting down, and really enjoying your breakfast with no screen time. Screen time can often cause a bad start to the day, right? Like if you're waking up and immediately checking your phone, sometimes that could be just like that small change that you can do to feel a bit better in the morning so you're not doom scrolling right away. Yeah, so just check in with yourself, see what you'd like to do to make a small change, what you value, right? Is it something physical? Is it something mental? Some people journal in the morning to write their intentions for the day, figure out what they'd like to do. Am I going to college? No, no, I'm done. I finished my master's, so I think I've had enough school. I'm only going to be doing like extra little, what do you call them? Certifications. As a registered psychotherapist qualifying, you have to do a specific amount of certifications in Canada in order to keep your license. So you actually have to keep them. Oh, thanks for the subscribe. Yeah, I need to start doing more consistent lives. I always just jump on here randomly. I should give you guys a heads up probably, eh? But I'm very bad with that because it depends on like who books. I have my bookings open for therapy sessions to I think 24 hours, so sometimes it's hard to predict when people are going to book their sessions or they'll email me and I'll have to just book them. Hence the last live I did had to be pushed back because I had somebody who wanted to meet up. But yeah, I'll let you guys know. Next time I go live, I will give you a heads up. And hopefully we can do this more often because I love chatting with you guys. It's really nice to hear what you all are up to. And I guess before I sign off, let me know how you're going to make a small change in the morning. If that's something you'd like to do, I'd like to hear it. Do I prescribe medicine? I do not. Yeah, only physicians and psychiatrists can do that in Canada. I can do assessments, but I can't diagnose. Diagnosis can only happen by psychologists and physicians. So it's kind of funny how that works. Canada has very like strict rules that don't often make a lot of sense. That's why it's easy to err on the side of caution when it comes to these things. Tara, oh, are we twins? Tara, I have to go. I have to look at your picture. That's so funny. I actually found my another doppelganger. I guess Tara, your doppelganger too, who is on the Halloween costumes that you see in Walmart. It's called like Spooky Skeleton Queen. My friend sent it to me the other day, and it is like a dead ringer. So maybe try looking it up, like the Walmart Skeleton Queen. She's gonna look just like you, I'm telling you. Yeah, I'm glad that we got to catch up. Oh, hi. Hi, Scott from BC. How are you doing over there? Unfortunately, I'm just about to head out, unfortunately, but it was great to see everybody. Again, my name is Johanna Dinsdale from Multi-Therapy. You can check out my website at multitherapy.co. I love to hear from you guys, even if it's just a question, or you can feel free to book a session too. All right, guys. Well, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.